Coronation festivities continue today in the UK. It's a bank holiday there, so a long weekend, so people can get together and lend a hand in something called the Big Help Out. Renee Filippone is in Green Park, right next to the Palace. Obviously, people doing just that behind you, Renee, helping out. What's going on?
Absolutely, Heather. You may know this part of Green Park. This is the area behind me where all of those flowers were laid after the Queen's death. So what they're doing here is trying to make a living memorial. So there are volunteers coming out all day. You can see them back there. And they are planting various flowers that they're going to put all the way down here in the colors of purple and blue. So it will be sort of a tribute to the Queen as we move into this next reign to make sure she sort of still has presence here in this park. Now, millions are expected to be taking part in this big help out here. And really it's on point, on theme with the coronation, which was service. So they're trying to encourage people to go out and contribute to their communities. And this is especially needed right now because post-pandemic, many organizations, not just here in the UK, but even in Canada, are struggling to find volunteers because people sort of left volunteering during the lockdowns and just haven't really returned. So we're also expecting later today to have members of the royal family join in at various help outs across the country. They actually also created an app to make it very easy for people to find something that's happening in their neighborhood. You just put in your postal code, the kind of volunteering you want to do, and then boom, you can just sort of go out today and lend a hand. We are, however, not expecting to see the King and Queen today. They're likely having maybe a lazy day. It's been a busy weekend with the coronation on Saturday and then that big concert in Windsor yesterday where tens of thousands were inside the castle walls to celebrate the coronation.
You know, Renee, there was so much celebration and jubilation over the weekend for the coronation, but increasingly it seems we're hearing more and more about the protesters and how they were handled over the weekend. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversation about that and whether the police were too heavy-handed. 64 people were arrested on Saturday before the coronation even got started. Now, what the police are saying is that they have a duty to intervene when a protest becomes criminal and may cause serious disruption. The police said that their tolerance was low going into this, and so they did arrest these individuals. We're told what they believed was that they had what they call lock-on devices here. That's a tactic that's used commonly since sort of the Extinction Rebellion, where people will either chain themselves, glue themselves to things. And in fact, there was a law that passed against that about a week ago. But the leader of the group says he was detained for 16 hours. Here's what he had to say.
I think that they were hoping to stop us from staging a large peaceful protest on the edge of the coronation. I think that that was a spectacularly poor decision for all sorts of reasons, not least because there was no grounds for arresting us, and it is an affront to democracy, an attack on our rights, but also it's backfired in the sense that, you know, this has become a major news story over the coronation weekend.
But the group says they will not be deterred and will continue their protest, saying Charles is not their king. Heather?
Renee, thank you very much for all of this. On the Big Help Out Day, Renee Filippone is in London.